people are suffering from allergies. Actually, 25 million Americans are suffering from food allergies, and 1 in 5 Americans are suffering from seasonal allergies. So in allergies, I include everything when it comes to food. It could be gluten, milk, nuts, peanuts, pollen, dust, everything in the air, so airborne allergies. All those have similar mechanism or similar triggers when it comes to the body, and the body reacts in different ways in different people. People can have itchy eyes, people can have sneezing, mucus buildups, sneezing, congestion, sinus issues, cough. Some people have rashes when it comes to food allergies, joint pain, brain fog, GI upset like gas, bloating, diarrhea, and so on and so on. So let's talk about a little bit more specifically when it comes to allergies. So when it comes to allergies, the main thing we need to know is diet is the main factor when it comes to why people have allergies. For example, I have this guy who came to me a few years back. He was allergic to everything. He went to the doctor, he did the skin test, and everything showed up on it. All the food showed up, all the air allergies, pollen, all that showed up. And he tried the shots, and nothing was working either. So he came to me, he was desperate. So why do I have all those problems? And we did some assessments, some evaluation of what's going on and at the end of the day, his problem was that he had a major gluten sensitivity. So what I recommended to him is let's cut out all the wheat products. Let's go to a wheat-free diet for a week. And I saw him the following week, and he came to me well excited, said, listen, I cut out the wheat and all my allergies are gone. So I don't have any allergies anymore. My sinus is okay. I don't have itchy eyes, runny nose, everything is back to normal. So for him, it was a major wheat issue or gluten issue. So the reason of it is because of what we call a molecular mimicry. So molecular mimicry is a phenomenon when two molecules are alike and the body cannot differentiate between these two. For example, we know that there's a component in gluten that is similar or trigger a similar reaction as pollen from the air, from flowers, from trees. So when the body when the white blood cells of the body encounters pollens in the body, it triggers the same reaction as wheat, or gluten. So that's why in this situation, when you cut out the gluten, we actually stop this phenomenon. So the body was not reacting anymore to the gluten, and then it was not reacting to the pollen by default. So it happens a lot with a cross reaction between foods and airborne allergies. I see that a lot with wheat, with milk, for example. We know that milk is a major contributor of allergies, of mucus buildup in the body. So we know that dairy products can increase phlegm and mucus in the body, leading to allergies, asthma, sinus issues, and so on and so on. So we really have to look at the diet component when it comes to allergies. It's always where we need to start. We need to figure out what kind of foods the body is sensitive to, what kind of food the body reacts, so we can clean that, cut it out, and then give a break to the body. So what happens in the body when you eat these foods, we have this histamine issue. So we all know when you have allergies, you take an antihistamine. So that's typically what medical doctors would do. Take the medication, so that's going to help the allergies. Yes, sure, it does help when you take those medications, but you have to take it every day, otherwise the allergies come back. So these antihistamines never get rid of the root cause of the problem. It just helps to get rid of this excess of histamine. So histamine is a molecule that have about 23 functions in the body. So histamine is mostly made by mast cells, which is a type of blood cells, for immune system regulations, for brain function, for digestion, for protection of the body. It's a molecule that the body uses to protect itself against invaders, for example. So histamine is really important for immune system regulations. The problem is when there's a buildup when there's an excess of histamine in the body, this is when you have reactions. And the organ that controls the excess of histamine is the liver. So you need to make sure that your liver functions properly and can eliminate this excess of histamine. Otherwise, you have this histamine buildup, and this is why doctors recommend antihistamine to try to bind this excess of histamine and eliminate it. So your liver is one of the key components of this issue when it comes to allergies. Is you have to make sure that it's healthy. So the liver really likes vitamin A. It's the organ actually that needs or require the most vitamin A. And unfortunately, most people do not eat enough vitamin A from their diet. I'm not talking about beta carotene from vegetables. I'm talking about the actual real vitamin A from animal products. The best source of the liver, of course, when you eat liver, it has a lot of vitamin A. So a few times a week, you should be eating some organ meat like the liver. Eggs is a good source of vitamin A as well. Cod liver oil, fish, some cheese, and meat. Animal products in general have about a good amount of vitamin A. You need about 5,000 units a day, maybe more if you have some liver issues, but you need a decent amount of vitamin A to optimize your liver function. And this is one of the things that I see in pretty much every case of allergy that I see, is there's liver deficiency. The liver is not happy. It needs some nutrient, like vitamin A, for example. Okay, so we need to make sure your liver is functioning properly to eliminate this excess of histamine. And then on the other side, you have to figure out why your body is making too much histamine. So you need to look at, like I said, the diet, and you have to look at your gut. Okay, so 17% of your immune system is located in your gut. When we talk immune system, we talk about white blood cells, immune cells. And when your gut is impacted by food, there's some foods that can increase histamine, like chocolate, wine, cheese, fermented food like sauerkraut, kimchi. So there's some food that can actually promote the buildup of histamine in the body. But we need to look at why your body is making too much histamine. And it boils down to be a gut flora issue. I've talked about it before. So the flora, it has 4 components. We have a bacterial component, we have a viral component, we have a fungal component, and we have a parasitic component. Clinically, what I see the most is there's a parasite issue going on in the gut. There's some parasite that we know actually can promote your blood cells, your white blood cells, to increase, to make more histamine. So parasites can actually produce protein molecules that will stimulate the white blood cells of your immune system to make more histamine, and then having allergies. So I see that most of the time in severe cases, for example, of allergies or sinus problems, is we need to address the gut flora. So we need to make sure your gut flora is normal, meaning that we get rid of the bad parasite, we get rid of the bad yeast like the candida, we have good bacteria, probiotics, the viral component is addressed as well. We have to make sure that everything is normalized to have this optimized function of the gut flora. And the other side of it, besides the gut flora, the parasite issue, we need to look at toxins that we are exposed every day. So we are exposed to thousands and thousands of toxins every day. And those toxins actually build up into your body, your gut. Like the most common one I see is Roundup, pesticides from food. So of course, when you eat the food, you ingest the pesticides, and those pesticides end up into your gut, disrupting your white blood cells. So that's what I see with people who never had allergies, and at some point as they get older, it could be in the 30s, 40s, 50s, they start developing allergies for some reason, so they're confused. The reason of it is they reach the threshold of being toxic, meaning there's a buildup of toxins in the body like pesticides, and when you get to a certain level, you have this disruption into your body, your nervous system, your immune system, your detox pathways, your hormonal systems, and then you start having allergies. So in those cases, what we need to do, again, we need to support your liver to detox properly. And then when you detox properly, those toxins get out and the allergies goes away because the immune system is happy, it's not stressed about the toxins, and then goes back to normal. So these are the few components we need to address when it comes to allergies. We need to look at the foods. We need to make sure your liver is healthy, and we need to make sure your gut is good, your gut flora is good, and the toxic load. So when we address these four, the allergies get better because the body is in a better state to heal itself and get rid of the hormones. So I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions when it comes to allergies or anything, let me know below. On this note, thank you for watching. Have a blessed